One night in 1661, France's most powerful minister of finance, Nicolas Fouquet, was hosting a party unlike anything history had ever seen. A magnificent palace, thousands of guests, and the king himself was invited. Everything was perfect, but just 1 month later, Fouquet was arrested. All his wealth was taken away, and he died in prison, sentenced to life. What mistake did he make? Just one. He outshined his king. Never outshine your master. Today, we will learn why your brilliance must be controlled in the presence of power. Because if you shine too brightly, you may disappear, just like Fouquet. Judgment. This section opens the book and explains a fundamental truth about power. Robert Greene writes that people who play the game of power often make a serious mistake. They believe that showing all their talent, intelligence, and brilliance in front of their boss, patron, or a powerful figure will increase their value. But the reality is exactly the opposite. People at the top, whether they are kings, CEOs, or influential leaders, are often deeply insecure. They constantly fear losing their position. If you appear smarter, more creative, more successful, or more admired than they are, they won't think, "Wow, this person is impressive." Instead, they will think, "This person is a threat. I need to stop them." The result is predictable. They become jealous. They begin to see you as a danger. Quietly, they block your progress, remove opportunities, or destroy you completely. That is why the first and most important rule of power is this: always make your master feel superior. Let them believe that you shine because of them. Let them feel that they are strong, secure, and untouchable, whether you are there or not. Greene explains it clearly. Never challenge the insecurity of those above you. Make them feel superior, and you will remain safe while gaining room to advance. This law applies everywhere: royal courts, offices, politics, and any place where hierarchy exists. Transgression of the law. To explain what happens when this law is broken, Robert Greene gives a powerful historical example from 17th century France. In 1661, King Louis XIV, known as the Sun King, ruled France. His Minister of Finance, Nicolas Fouquet, was an extremely intelligent and wealthy man. He loved art, beauty, and luxury. Fouquet built a magnificent palace called Vaux-le-Vicomte. It was one of the most beautiful and extravagant palaces ever created, filled with stunning gardens, fountains, statues, theaters, and endless luxury. To celebrate, Fouquet invited the king to a grand party at the palace. The event was spectacular. France's finest chefs prepared the food. The famous playwright Molière presented a new play. There was music, fireworks, and thousands of guests. Everyone was amazed. Everyone except the king. King Louis XIV did not feel honored. He felt threatened. At that time, his own palace at Versailles was not yet complete. Seeing Fouquet's wealth and popularity awakened the king's deepest insecurity. He thought, "This man is becoming richer and more admired than I am. He must be stealing from my treasury. People may soon respect him more than they respect me." Just weeks after the party, the king had Fouquet arrested on false charges of corruption and treason. His wealth was seized. He was sentenced to life in prison. Fouquet spent the rest of his life in a dark cell where he eventually died. The irony is striking. After destroying Fouquet, King Louis XIV hired the same architects, gardeners, and artists who built Vaux-le-Vicomte to create the Palace of Versailles, an even more magnificent symbol of royal power. This story reveals a harsh truth. Fouquet believed he was honoring the king. Instead, he awakened the king's insecurity and unknowingly signed his own destruction. Observance of the law. This section shows how powerful the rewards can be when this law is followed. Robert Greene gives a historical example from the 17th century. The example is Galileo Galilei. Galileo improved the telescope. He used it to observe the sky. During his observations, he discovered 4 moons orbiting the planet Jupiter. At that time, presenting scientific discoveries without a powerful patron was extremely dangerous. The church and the ruling authorities could easily label a scientist as a threat. Galileo understood this risk, so he made a smart decision. Instead of taking full credit, he shared the glory. He named the 4 moons after members of the powerful Medici family. They became known as the Medicean stars. Galileo then dedicated his book to Cosimo de' Medici, the young ruler of Florence. He wrote that this discovery reflected Cosimo's greatness. Just as the moons revolved around Jupiter, everything revolved around the Medici name. The result was immediate. Cosimo was pleased, very pleased. He felt honored. He felt powerful. Galileo was appointed court mathematician and official scientist of Florence. He received a generous salary, valuable gifts, and full political protection. With money, time, and powerful support, Galileo continued his work without fear. If Galileo had named the moons after himself or ignored the importance of a patron, he might have received no support and possibly faced destruction. The lesson is clear. When you make a powerful person feel like a partner in your success, they protect you, they support you, and they help you rise. Keys to power. This is the most important part of the chapter. Here, Robert Greene explains the deeper psychology of power. Human nature. Powerful people often look confident, but inside, they are frequently insecure. They fear losing their position. Your intelligence or your success can feel like a threat. Jealousy is quiet, but destructive. Historical insight. In ancient China, a court official survived by hiding his intelligence. He offered advice in a way that made the emperor believe the ideas were his own. In France, Cardinal Richelieu served King Louis XIII. He always made the king feel that all power belonged to him, while in reality, Richelieu controlled everything from behind the scenes. Practical advice. Praise your master. Give them credit, even when the work was yours. Show small weaknesses from time to time, enough to make them feel superior, but not enough to appear weak. If your boss is insecure, be extra careful. Never show your full brilliance in front of them. Frame your success as their guidance. Say, "This was possible because of you." Psychological truth. People love to feel superior. When you give them that feeling, they trust you, they keep you close, and they allow you to move forward. This law is a key step on the ladder of power. The stars in the sky. Look at the night sky. Millions of stars are shining at the same time. Each one has its own light. Each one has its own presence. But none of them dares to shine in front of the sun. The moment the sun rises, all the stars disappear. They do not stop existing. They simply fade from view. This image explains the law perfectly. If you want your light to survive, never try to outshine the sun. The sun represents your master, your boss, or any person who holds greater power than you. When you stand too close to that power and shine too brightly, you trigger danger. Instead of admiration, you awaken insecurity. Instead of appreciation, you create fear. So the wise choice is simple. Dim your light slightly. Let the sun dominate the sky. Stay visible, but never dominant. Because when a greater power feels threatened, it does not compete. It eliminates. This symbol teaches a deep truth from nature itself. In the presence of great power, hiding your brightness is often the key to survival. Pop! Reversal. This section explains when the law should be broken and when stepping into the light can actually benefit you. Robert Greene makes one thing clear. This law should be followed almost always, especially when you are climbing the ladder of power or serving under someone stronger than you. But there are rare moments when reversal becomes necessary. When the master is weakening, if your master is already losing power, if people no longer respect them, or if their position is clearly collapsing, then hiding your brilliance is no longer useful. In this situation, your silence can make you invisible. This is the moment to let your abilities show. People begin looking for a new center of gravity. They search for strength, clarity, and direction. If you step forward at the right time, they may begin to see you as the natural replacement. For example, when a company's CEO is failing, a capable and intelligent employee can step up, solve problems, and eventually rise to the top. Timing is everything. Too early and you are destroyed. Too late and the opportunity is gone. When you become the highest power, once you reach the top, when you are the king, the CEO, or the most powerful figure, the law reverses. Now, you must never allow others to outshine you. At this stage, your visibility is protection. Your brilliance must be clear, constant, and unquestionable. This ensures that no one beneath you gains enough confidence to challenge your position. Pop! A final warning. Greene gives a strong warning about reversal. Using it at the wrong time can be fatal. Outshining a powerful master before they are weak almost always leads to destruction. That is why, in most situations, following the original law is the safest path. Patience protects you, timing elevates you, and restraint keeps you alive. This brings us to the end of law number 1. In the next video, we will explore the next law of power. Stay with us